this is Keith. We're at the beach volleyball courts today because I want to test out my newest toy. Well, this is it. This is my new toy. It is the ION Tailgater speaker. I bought this speaker specifically to use at my beach volleyball tournaments, which are played right where we are today. So, perfect place to test it out at the volleyball courts where I plan to use them. If you notice, it has an antenna, which means it takes AM, FM radio. Yeah, it plays it. And it plays Bluetooth if you have that. And it has a plug-in for MP3 players if you just want to plug it into an external device. And finally, it's got a jack for a microphone. I'm going to be testing that out today to see how much volume I'm getting. So anyway, this is my new toy for this location for my beach volleyball tournament. So enough talk, let's put it to the test right now. Okay, my first test is pretty simple. There are 4 volleyball courts at this location. I'm going to put on the FM radio. I'm going to play it at a volume of 8 out of 10, and then I'm going to go from court 1 to court 2 to court 3 to court 4, and you can listen to the sound of the audio coming, see if you can hear it. Now, I'm using a Rode microphone on my camera, so it picks up sound really well. It is a tad windy today. Hopefully it doesn't pick that up. Anyway, let's give that a try right now. Volume test on all 4 courts. Volume on court 4, the closest one to the speaker.
I was standing on the edge of town. I was doing my best to flag a taxi down.
Volume on court 3. Volume from the middle of court 2. Volume test from the middle of court number 1. We're a long ways away now. Listen. The next test I want to try is the microphone test. This microphone comes with the speaker, so I want to see how loud it gets for announcements. So I'm going to repeat the same test I just did with the AM/FM radio, only this time I'm going to talk into the microphone and see how loud you can hear me on the camera mic as I get further and further away from the courts. Okay, let's do that right now. Microphone test. Microphone test up close. Volume is 8 and I'm right in front of the bleachers with the camera. Test 1 up close. The camera is now in the middle of court number 4. Volume test 1 court away from the speaker. Volume test, court number 3. The camera is now 2 courts away from the speaker. Test, test, test. The camera is now on court number 2. It is 3 courts away from the speaker. Test, test, test. Test number 4. Test, test, test. The camera is now on court number 1. It is 4 courts away from the speaker. Can you hear me? I'm way over here. By the way, many of the beach volleyball tournaments that I've been running at this location, I'm only using 2 courts. So rather than test the sound lengthwise, let's try it widthwise between courts 1 and 2. That's how I normally run it. So let's do a volume test between the 2 courts to see how much volume we're getting for the people playing volleyball right here on these courts. Okay, here I am. I'm way over on the back between courts 1 and 2, and the camera is on the far side of courts 1 and 2. Let me turn on the mic and let's see how it sounds. Test 1, 2. Courts 1 and 2. Test, test, test. Can you hear me over there, camera? Can you hear me, people playing beach volleyball on this snowy day in Canada? Okay, I used the mic. Now it's time to do an FM radio sound test. Here it goes. I'm going to turn it up to 8. So that concludes my testing today of the ION Tailgater speaker. I'm at the beach volleyball courts, the actual location where I plan on using it. So testing it here is primo. It is the best place to test it because this is where I plan on using it. Now, if I have one concern with this speaker, it is big and it has it's 20 pounds. So carrying on the back of my bicycle, which I plan on doing, is a little rough, but it can be done, as you can see in the video. It fits on the back of my bike, so I'm pretty happy with it. Hopefully it doesn't burn me out just getting it here because it is so heavy, but you can tell from the camera test. Did you hear it well? Is it good? Well, that's up to you from the test, but from what I can hear with my ears, it works really well. It pushes out a lot of sound at 50 watts. So the ION Tailgater speaker, my review today at the beach volleyball courts. Thanks for watching.